of things. I will see you all just now as we prepare to go for our show. All right, welcome, family, to this very particular broadcast. I want to thank you all for taking out the time to join me. But before we start, let's just go open this very particular show. Then we'll come back and continue the business of today.
The AfriOne Show, voice of a new tribe, where the Afropolitan spirit rises as we come together to rebuild Africa, Nigeria, and its marketplace, empowering its people and the diaspora with everything they need. Together, we form a new tribe, creating opportunity and access to markets, driving reinvestments, fostering collaboration, and working to elevate and one another with proven solutions. A true revival in Africa is possible despite the challenges, though through intentional development that drives innovation, delivers mutual benefits, and inspires a culture of ownership for Africa and Africans. The time is now to unite, innovate, elevate with the Afropolitan Apostle Darlington Steve on the AfriOne Show, voice of the new tribe.
Hello, family. Are you looking for you to invest in a property currently now in Abuja, Karishi? This is an opportunity for you to get a 400 square meter of property, which is going for 700,000 naira right here in Karishi. And so for you to be able to enjoy this very particular promo, I want to encourage you for you to use my promo code, which is the Afropolitan Apostle, and you will get a 50,000 naira discount on the first 10 people that will be buying this very particular product. If you are not located in Nigeria, or probably you are outside of Nigeria and you want to be able to participate on this, please, I want to encourage you. I want you to use the number that is currently on the screen for you to call the office and tell them that you want to use the promo code, and they will do everything possible in making sure that you get your land. And so with that being said, what you will get when you buy the property from Ethan Gold Estate is, number one, you will get your deed of assignment, you will get your power of attorney, and currently the land already has what we call the R of O, which is known as right of occupancy. So which means it's 100% secured investment, 500% return on your investment if you are willing to keep your land and making sure that at the end of the time you have good returns in your investment. Remember, if you are doing this investment and you want to buy the land, it's going currently now for 700,000. But if you use my promo code, which is known as the Afropolitan Apostle, you then get 50,000 discount from that. Why must you invest? Is the fact that it's a fast-growing environment. It's literally 15 minutes from the Karshi main town, so which means a lot of development is currently happening in that space. People are fast moving to that very particular area, and from what I gather and visiting that very particular place, literally limited space available. So literally this product is first come, first serve. And I want to say this, at Ethan Gold Estate, we are good at marketing your product, making sure that your investment for product blossom and you get good return in your investment. We also advise you on the terms of investment to do when it comes to property. And maybe for you watching this, you have a land or a house you want to sell, I want to encourage you. Why don't you talk to Ethan Gold Estate, and they'll be able to facilitate a good deal with you and to get your product out there. Always remember, Ethan Gold Estate is a proud sponsor of the AfriOne Show, voice of the new tribe, Nigeria. Thank you, and God bless you. something so that you can hear me properly. Please, if you can hear me, do me a favor by letting me know. Those of you who are online, you can hear me. I think the sound is currently going out now. The sound is going out now. Please, if you can hear me, just drop me a message and say we can hear you. Please, somebody out there, if you can hear me, drop me a message. Okay, I think I'm getting a sign up now that you can hear me. So that's the thing there. Apologies for that. Technology. That's how we say it in South Africa. We say it's technology has become Tokolosho. So technology was trying to make us a this thing. But nonetheless, I'm going to start back again. So good afternoon. Sanibona Nedumelang. In Yoruba will say Ekasan. Hausa will say, I've forgotten Hausa. I don't even know what is Hausa. Igbo, I don't even know what is Igbo, but I'm going to try to learn those very particular words so that we can then enjoy all that we have to do for today. So last week, we talked about a concept of what you call acquiring customers. And so today we want to look into retaining customers. And so there are skills and strategies for you to be able to retain customers. And I think last week I did a brief of a talk which says that many people literally, we have the grace of acquiring customers, but many of us do not even understand or know how to retain those very particular customers, which is where the problem is, because research has proven that an average customer can literally buy your product for more than 4 times. At least minimum, they can buy your product for more than 2, 3 times. But average wise, they can buy a product from you for more than 4 times. But we get to see that in business, many people are currently struggling in terms of getting their customers for them to come back again and buy. And we're going to be looking at least 3 to 4 things that we need to put together in place for us to be able to push and to see how to get your customers and buying. For some of you, literally, hear me, after this very particular class is over, you might want to take an opportunity for you to literally review your customers who've bought your products for the past 1 year. And then probably do a survey, send a questionnaire to them as to why are they not buying? What is the thing that you are doing currently that is not making them to come back and buy your product? Or probably maybe do some what I call loyalty programs. We're going to be talking about it later on today, just to make sure that at least you then be able to find a way of getting your previous customers to buy your product right now. And see, sometimes I know there's a popular cliche that says customers are always right. For me, it's a 50-50. Because customers can be right based on the product that you are offering, but they can also be wrong based on biases that they literally carry, and also the position that they posture themselves that is refusing for them also to evolve with you. But now, even in the evolving in the business, there is something that you also need to do as the owner of the business to carry your customer along to make sure that as you evolve, they also evolve with you. But many a times we evolve thinking that the customers will always just change and stuff. There is a way, for example, there is a way I like to test my burger. And so because of that, there are some certain places I will buy the burger, but there are certain places I will not buy. And if you check, for example, with burgers, where they want to introduce a new product, they find a way of creating a similar taste to what you are used to, and then begin to gradually put some metrics that we're going to be looking into in making sure that you who like your chili burger, before you know what's going on, you are changing now to now begin to like the strawberry flavor of a burger kind of stuff. So that's the thing. So because of that, we're going to be looking into this place of customer retention. And let me say this as we begin to go along. For those of you who might want to push this very particular class, and you might want to say, okay, you want to go deeper into it, I want to encourage you, you can call the office line for us to schedule a one-on-one. I'm putting this on the table, a one-on-one session. It's going to be paid sessions. Currently, the price is going for 1,500 rand. That is the South African currency. But Nigeria is going to be still 50% off, 750 rand. But as to now, for Nigerian people, you times that by 80, that will give you the equivalent in Naira. So we are going to be doing a 50% off. And on that very particular class, apart from here, how to retain customers that we want to talk about, I'm going to be speaking on the class, literally the difference between customer acquisition, retention, and satisfaction. There is a huge difference with that. Number 2 on the class, we're going to be learning strategy that insists on buying power growth with your current customer. There are different strategies you can employ. Trust me, the one I'm going to talk today just going to be a face level, because many of the people who is currently streaming or who will be streaming later, maybe you are just a startup. And so you have not been able to master yourself into the next level of what we're talking about. So number 3, we are going to be looking into building a recurring funnel that keeps customer coming back to your door. That's a recurring funnel. For instance, I've been in Nigeria currently now for past few months and stuff, but I can tell you point blank, that is a system that I have built that most of my customers, they keep coming back international wise. And so because of that, those funnels also, I'm going to be bringing it on a one-on-one class to literally help you on how to get your customers still doing business with you, even when you are not physically present with them. It's very important. And also number 4, understanding how to use social media platform that converts clients to you. Social media is a very good tool, but many of us are using it wrongly. That's a way you can convert that very particular one. And also one of the bonus things you will get from me if you are going to take the class, it's going to be a one-on-one. I'm not looking for 5-10 people, just one-on-one. We were going to schedule a good time for you and also that works for you and for me, because I want to take my time on this 5th point here to make sure that I sit with your business, look at the full ecosystem of your business, and also begin to introduce systems and strategy that guarantees your business moving forward. So for those of you who are interested in one-on-one class in terms of client acquisition, strategy, and retention, I want to encourage you, please stick out the time and the advantage for you to make sure that you definitely subscribe to that very particular class. The link literally will be posted on the comment section. So you might want to check the comment section, or probably you can call the office line, which is the number that you are currently seeing on the screen below my name, and they will be able to book a session and also give you the price for that. With that being said, now let's go straight into the business of today. And remember also, by the time we're done with the segment of this talk, we can then open the line for a call for those of you who are interested literally in pitching for your business for 50,000 Naira seed invest. The 50,000 Naira, we are not requesting for any returns or probably a percentage in your business. It's just a seed invest on that. And for those of you who literally may want to take advantage of either partnering, putting your brand or your product, or maybe you want to sell something using the AfriOne platform, please, I also want to encourage you. We are open for that. You can also call the line that is currently available on the screen, and also to say, I want to advertise on the AfriOne show, or I want to be a guest on the AfriOne show, whatever the thing is. So we are open platform trying to promote 100% owned African businesses. With that being said, retaining customers, which is what we're looking into. Number 1, there are about 5 methods that we are going to be looking into in terms of retaining customers. Number 1 is the fact that you must deliver what I call delivering an outstanding experience. It's not about delivering a product, it's about delivering the experience that that product carries. Because many of us think that it's just the product that matters, but we forget to understand that we are living in a community whereby people literally want to enjoy the experience of what your product offers. If I'm going to look at your product correctly now, let's say I want to buy that very particular phone you are producing. It's not about buying the phone, because there are other options of phones that are available in the market. But what is the experience that your phone offers? What is the experience? Now, it's not even about the phone also. It's about the total experience. How is it easy for me to be able to get that very particular phone to my doorstep? Especially those of you who do delivery business. I think I remember one of my team, literally, we needed to get something bought in the studio for the production we're doing and stuff. And obviously, the platform in which we used to buy that very particular thing, immediately we did the purchase and stuff. They actually send an email to say, okay, find your product. I was following the metrics, the experience of it. They gave me a time zone to say, okay, between on the 24th of August down to on the 2nd of September, we are going to get a program. Guess what? That experience, it has actually given me a time zone for me to be able to expect that product to come. But guess what? They beat the time to 2nd of September. Literally, that very particular product is literally sitting in the studio currently, and we're using it to do what we're doing currently. Guess what? It is because it's all about delivering an experience. The product you are currently selling, the services you are rendering, how are customer experiencing it? In that, 3 things I want to talk under this very particular outstanding experience is, number 1, ensure quality. See, I can shout on quality from now to Timbuktu, and I'm not going to get tired about it, because hear me, you may think that you are going to cut corners in the product that you are currently delivering, but you have no clue whatsoever that everybody or majority of people, they are also producing similar product that you are producing. You may think that you are the giant or the captain of the industry at that point, but you have no clue that somebody somewhere is coming out with his own product. For instance, let's look at a popular shoe brand. You will hear a shoe brand called Adidas, Nike, Reebok, and all of that. Currently now in South Africa, we have what you call the battle shoe. They have a lot of stuff, but Nike, Reebok, and all of those guys, they thought that they were the best. The day I saw a battle shoe and stuff, I think I actually have a pair of it and stuff. The next minute, I was looking at the quality of production those guys put into that. It's an experience. It made me to the point that I wasn't looking forward again for the other big names that are Western owned. Then I started looking into that. Okay, Africa literally have something to offer. So you must ensure that you give quality. Another thing again is the consistency and the value in the product and services. Mark the word consistency and value. Many of us, our products are not consistent. 1 minute you will tell us that the reason why you don't have a good amount of strawberry in the Zobo that you are producing is because strawberry is cost in the market. And so because of that, your consistency for producing that. See, customers look at that. I can tell you point blank, I remember a particular product in Nigeria. Permit me to mention it because I'm having a problem with them. It's not a Nigerian product. It's a global product. But for strangers in, it's called Coca-Cola. Do you know that the taste of Coca-Cola literally in South Africa and Namibia is totally different from the taste in Nigeria? Now, guess what? Coca-Cola may not even be aware that there is a taste difference in their product because chances are maybe they don't have a metrics that monitors and evaluates the quality of their Coke. And so because of that, an average Nigerian who is health conscious is not thinking about buying Coca-Cola again anymore. They are not. In Nigeria, I got to understand that there's a particular beverage. I don't want to mention the name because they didn't pay me for advert. There's a particular beverage that almost an average Nigerian like drinking compared to Coca-Cola in Nigeria. Because why? There's a lot of things, which means the value and the consistency of that very particular product have shifted. So in delivering outstanding experience, you must be able to ensure quality. Number two is the fact that you must make doing business with you simple and enjoyable. Can I enjoy doing business with you? If I have to constantly call you for the product that I purchased in your online store or maybe on site, they say deliver for me, and you are not making that a reality for me, then that's a problem. I will not come back again. Hear me. Every one customer you treat right has the potential of introducing 10 into your business. One customer. And that is why for me, I'm really particular about frontliners. Oh yeah, I'm particular because frontliners can make your business or destroy your business. If you employ people whereby they talk as if they are snails or they walk around as if they are some funny pendulums that is not going anywhere, then that's a problem as far as your brand is concerned. You must be willing to understand that doing business with you in terms of the experience is simple, number one, and easy. Simple, easy, enjoyable. These three, you have to make sure. If I have to go through all different kinds of hurdles for me to buy just one product from you, what then happens if I want to buy 10 products from you? That's a wahala. Like they say, it's Nigeria. It's a serious wahala. So you must make sure that it's enjoyable. And also on making an outstanding experience, you must also offer fast and polite customer service. As I'm saying, fast and polite customer service. I remember yesterday, I think it was yesterday. Was it yesterday we got that very particular product we purchased, Echo? Well, yesterday, yeah. I remember by the time I got the email and I called this very particular delivery guy. Now, the way the delivery guy was sluggish in his conversation, I literally shouted at him. Because for me, it was annoying and irritating. I'm like, number one, hear me. You have to be polite in how you talk because you are the delivery guy. And this is the thing I'm going to say to most of all of these online companies. Please be careful of the delivery company you use. You might not accept it or not. Those guys have a way of either making us come back to buy from your store or not to buy from your store. You have to be able, I don't know, maybe somebody needs to do a class for delivery companies. I say, delivery companies, please, this is how you need to begin. When I called this very particular guy, the way the guy was sluggish on the phone, I shouted in the morning. And I'm thinking, dude, it's not even 4 p.m. or 2, where you'll be like, okay, you are tired and stuff. This is literally 10 a.m. And you are sounding like somebody who they are waking up by 5 a.m. to do their quiet time. As a Christian, when you wake up that time, you're like, man, I just need an extra 30 minutes to sleep. But yet you have to stand up and pray because by 7 o'clock, you need to put your black ass in the car going to your office. Sorry for that word. Just the fact that there is a part of me that is still thinking differently. But hear me. It's all about the standpoint of understanding polite customer service. So, in delivering an outstanding experience, number one, you must be able to ensure quality. You must make sure that doing business with you is easy and it is fast, it is enjoyable, and at the same time, also create a simple funnel. So, number two, when we talk about retaining customers, what are the things or the metrics that you need to do? Do what I called follow up with personalization. Follow up with personalization. For example, for us as AfriOne Show, we have a personalized way we try as much as possible, especially from my side. I do that all the time. Every of my guests that comes on this very particular show, I make sure that I follow up with a personalized message that it's unique to their personality. Because why? They have been able to spare the time to come to my show. Apart from the what's it called, for lack of a better word, the gift and the thank you offering we put on the table and all of those things. One of the things I do myself is the fact that I have structured a funnel that I use to follow up this very particular guest who have reported on my show. And because of my time sitting with them, I could be able to discern how they would like to receive their thank you offering as a follow-up. Because why? At the end of the day, chances are, and I can tell you point blank, especially with AfriOne Show, most of the guests that I've brought on AfriOne Show from South Africa now to Nigeria, they are based on recommendation. It is not based on the fact that I actually go. Somebody was asking me the other day, how do you get all these phenomenal voices coming on your platform? And literally every one of them is unique. They align to the AfriOne vision. What were the things? Now, these are the things I'm telling you. I follow up with personalized message. Just because they showed up in the morning doesn't mean that I'm not going to check up on them in the evening to ask them how is their cat and their dog doing. I know to you, you'd be like, what's my business? But it's my business. It's literally your business. If you want to get them, number one, to come back to your show, and number two, to recommend somebody to come to your show, you have to check how their cat and their dog is doing. You have to do that. And so, which means the ability for you to send a thank you message, offer a tailored recommendation, or some sort of loyalty reward. Now, guess what? Loyalty reward, I now will get here. It's something I'm still looking forward. Hear me. An IT person sitting out there. Maybe you are very good with tech, you're very good with customers and what you call experience. I want to encourage you, please begin to create a system that seems to help companies to structure a loyalty reward to their customers. You need to do that. Now, that's a business. One of the things that I've seen, maybe because of the has boost that is in Nigeria, loyalty reward program is almost close to none. Close to none. I can tell you point blank, if you're buying fuel, which is petroleum products in most of the garages in South Africa, which Nigeria is known as filling station, they will ask you for a loyalty card. I have been to some of the shops in Nigeria. I don't want to say all, I say some. They do not have anything called loyalty product or loyalty programs. Buy, go. And the next minute you're wondering, you have no clue what loyalty product or loyalty program can do to your business in making that customer to come back to you. Create some sort of loyalty product or loyalty program that will make your customers literally come back and do business with you. For example, you can create a card system. I'm going to say this because I want your business to move forward. You can create a card system you give to your client when they buy a product for some certain amount. You can create a card system to give to them to say, when you come back again to buy any other product in our store, you get a 10% discount. Or probably you get an 0.01% into your card so that by the time your money grows to a particular point, you can spend that literally point on the card as another medium of purchasing. Guess what? You will retain a lot of people to come to your business. You will retain. Please and please, I want to encourage every Nigerian business. I don't care. Maybe you are selling on the street or selling in what you call on the big shop. Create loyalty product. Loyalty product. For example, I remember there is a particular garage I like washing my car back home in South Africa. Now, this is the thing there. I know you say why I mention South Africa all the time. That's why their economy is much stronger in terms of purchasing power than Nigeria. If you notice, I use the word purchasing power. An average South African purchasing power is stronger. Check the GDP. GDP of South African in terms of purchasing power is higher than Nigeria. So no hate attached, no nothing attached. Let's say the truth. That's one of the things everyone, it's all about. We say the truth so that you wake up and also begin to rethink. Now, this is the thing here. That very particular garage, what happened is the fact that they created a more like an A5 card system where they put the day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4 into day 10. So what happened is the fact that every day or anytime I come to wash my car, they mark that very particular place and say you've come to wash your car. At the day 5, or the 5th time that I'm coming to wash my car, regardless of the kind of package I want to wash, whether I want to do just wash and go, or I want to do engine wash, or I want to do deluxe wash, or whatever the wash is, because this washing company, they have different varieties of wash that you can do. Guess what? Whether on that day 5 that I'm coming, that I want to wash anything, their loyalty product permits me to wash it at the day 5 for free. Guess what? I stayed with those guys for 2 years. 2 years, unapologetically. Others were trying to offer. When I looked at it, I said, I wash my car literally every Saturday because I need my car to be clean to go to church on Sunday. So every Saturday. So literally every month, I know that, or probably every 5th weeks, I know that I have one free car wash to do. How many of you are developing a system, what I call loyalty program in your business? You may not give freebies and stuff, but you can give a discount. For some of you who literally your business stays on referral, you can actually come up with a loyalty program and say, client, if you are able to, let's say a client comes into your door and you tell the client, hear me, if you can give me 3 people of your kind that is doing business with you, and you introduce them to my business, your next purchase, you get a 50% off. I bet you'll be shocked. That very particular customer will literally give you 3. Because it's not even about the discount, it's the experience, number 1, that they had, which is the outstanding experience you must give them. Then number 2, you are also creating a retention program to keep them constantly referring clients to you, but at the same time still buying business from you. Remember I said to you, an average customer has a power of buying minimum of 4 times in your business. Whether you are doing a service delivery, you are doing an online store, you have product and services, you are selling the food on the street, or you have a restaurant out there, whatever that you are doing, hear me, you can sit down with yourself and create a loyalty product that literally can keep your client constantly coming in. You must be able to do what? Then also, in terms of offering following up with personalization, you must also be able to find a way of how to use names and personalized content in your emails and SMSs. Personalizing. Don't just send random messages, especially when those people, they have purchased something from your store, whether it's your store or you have rendered a services to them. Personalize. You can't just say, for example, me. This is me now. I know you will say I'm dramatic. It's okay. This is me. I can't come to your store and I buy something, and the next minute you have my contact details, you are sending me a message, and before I know what is going on, you are sending, hey guy, like, for crying out loud, I don't understand. When did we become dude, or when did we become friends? We are not chomies. Chomies South Africa means friends. We are not chomies, literally. I need to see when you're sending me SMS and stuff. Hi, Darlington. I hope this very particular product you buy, you are enjoying the product. Please, if there's anything that you want us to do in making sure that the product is literally enjoyable, easy for you, please do not hesitate to send a message or probably an email or call us on 1, 2, and 3. Now, the first word of hi, Darlington, that you put on that conversation literally will make me understand that you are talking to me and not, hey, guys. Literally. If it's a group message, I understand, because you can't be able to write. For example, let's say a WhatsApp group. You can't be able to write everybody's name and say, hi, 1, 2, 3 and stuff. No. But when it comes to personalized, the people have bought a product from you, please. All these little aesthetics are literally what makes your customers to come back. So number 1, I said, deliver an outstanding experience. Number 2, do what I call a follow-up with personalization. In your follow-up, please and please, I don't want you to miss this one. If you forget anything, some of you, your business right now, sit back and look at it. Start developing a loyalty product. A loyalty program, I mean. Start developing it. Start developing it. Start developing it. If you notice I'm saying it, keep developing a loyalty program that keeps clients coming back to you all the time. Then number 3, which is also still on the place of retaining customer. Number 3 is the fact that you must create what we call customer loyalty product, which is the ability for you to be able to implement a reward system. I've already talked about it more, so I don't want to keep endorsing on that. But in doing that now, in this loyalty program, these are the things you must look out. Can you be able to give point system? The ability to give an exclusive discount to that to that client of yours. For those of you who are doing online courses, or probably you are doing events, part of a loyalty program you create is the fact that you give what we call an early access. If somebody is using an AfriOne card, for example, which we're going to do that, I'm already speaking to some of my stakeholders outside of Nigeria to see how do we begin to create a AfriOne card kind of system where when you buy something or you do business or you attend our events or show and stuff, it seems to get a kind of a pointers. We do that normally on the email version where if you buy a product and let's say you buy a product in with AfriOne, literally on our official website, afrione.africa, that is definitely a loyalty product that you will get at the end of it all. We do that all the time. But in terms of now the card system, whereby you can then be proud enough to say, I'm a card carrying member or a card carrying customer of AfriOne. Please, you must customize a loyalty program for your people. Number 4, how do you then begin to retain customer? This one is very important. Number 4, keep educating and keep engaging. You must keep educating and keep engaging. Let me say this to you. What we are doing as AfriOne, where on Wednesdays we sit back because of the limited time that we have on the radio side on a Wednesday by 7 p.m. We decided, I think this very particular Friday was born based on some incident that happened twice, and we're like, enough is enough and stuff. Let's just begin to create stuff. But at the end of the day, when we sit back and we look at this very particular stuff, we may not be able to say all that we're saying now on the radio side. So we created this one to keep educating. Because we could literally say on Fridays also phone calls and all of those things then, but after the phone calls are done, we give the money. But do you have the intellect to be able to do in terms of growing your business to where it needs to be? For instance, now what we are currently talking about in terms of keep educating and keep engaging, which means we are trying for us as AfriOne to do what we call the show how. How do you engage on customers, building a brand, standing, getting your name seen out there? That's a popular saying. I like saying, if you don't say here am I, nobody will say there you are. So all of these things is the fact that we keep educating. I remember one of the staff of the company was saying to me the other day, he says, no, I understand that we are doing this, but how do we now begin to get the youth so that they begin to become engaged? Because why? We are always thinking, and I bless God for that. We are always thinking on how to keep the people engaged on the platform and to make sure that whether I am targeting the 20% of the 20% or the 1% of the 1%, we still have a system that keep engaging even those who are students that are living, for example, how do you guys call it, varsity, or probably they are planning to go into varsity. You must be able to keep engaged, keep educating your people, which means in keep educating your people, you must be able to start creating what I call the ability for you to teach them how-tos. For example, now we're talking about how to retain your customer or how to get your customer to stay with you. Now, I bet you these are seminars that some of you would literally pay thousands of naira or probably thousands of rand or hundreds of dollars for you to go to seminars for you to be able to learn this. But we are offering it for you because why? We want to keep you coming back to AfriOne platform and also to do business with us. So what we will then do is we will do everything within our possible best for us to make sure that we'll give you how-tos and we'll keep you engaged. Part of our engagement strategy is the 50,000 we give. Part of our engagement strategy for those of you who belongs to the AfriOne WhatsApp group, that is not popular, it's not out there, is what we do, is what we call, what's the name of that? This we call it on Monday. 2K Monday. I think it's called 2K Monday or something like that. So we have what we call 2K Mondays as part of the engagement strategy we put on the table. So which means you also need to maintain an active community, either via Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram, Telegram, or whatever. I know that we're not on Telegram. Funny enough that I talk about Telegram. Somebody was asking me the other day, do you have a Telegram account? I'm like, we don't have yet. But I'm going to talk to the guys who knows how to do Telegram account. That thing looks a bit complicated in my brain. I'm sorry, I'm old school who is trying to be new school. But at least we have a WhatsApp community. With the number that is currently available on the screen down there, you can send a WhatsApp and say, I want to join the WhatsApp community of AfriOne tribe. They will definitely add you or probably send you a link. You click the link, you get yourself added into it. There are stuff that we are planning. I think this morning we are planning. I was thinking as I was preparing to come to the office about some certain program we want to start introducing with the community. This is literally the community whereby they end up benefiting more than what they are benefiting currently. So it's going to be a community-based grown stuff. And I'm going to be discussing with the team after this very particular show is done and see how we can structure that and make it so effective whereby everybody on the group can literally benefit something. Literally. So you must, in terms of educating people, you must find a way of keep engaging, educating them. For instance, tailors. Is it tailors they call you people? Fashion designer, tailor, fashion designer. Those of you who you measure people with rope, because sometimes some people will tell you I'm not a tailor. Some will say I'm a fashion designer. But as long as you have tape rule and you measure people, I'm talking to you. Now, those of you, my question that I need to ask you, as difficult as it seems that your industry may look like, have you ever sent your client who bought a cloth from you a how to, in terms of how to maintain the quality of that very particular cloth that they've bought from you? Or maybe you are a fashion designer. Have you been able to create? You see, when you begin to have this kind of thinking, your approach to your business change. You are a food seller. Have you been able to start the people who buy food from you? Have you been able to trust yourself enough to be able to create a system in such a way whereby you teach the people the kind of food they need to eat in the morning, the food they need to eat in the afternoon, and what are the drinks they need to use as a complement and stuff? Guess what? The moment you are doing that all the time to your current client, they see you as a trusted person who is not here to just do a business in the morning and disappear in the afternoon. They know that you have something to offer. My question is, how much education are you giving to the people that are buying your product? Sometimes, let's be honest, for those of you who are startups, your education strategy might literally be free. To get to the point where obviously on your free strategy, you can create a masterclass like what I'm talking currently now in terms of the real ecosystem of what you call client retention. I have a class which is going to be one-on-one whereby you and I can sit, and that class literally I'll be able to look at your business properly, the models that you have on your business, and see if it fits where you are going to. But I can't be able to do that now because some of you are streaming on what's called MixLR, some of you are on TikTok, some of you currently know on Facebook or YouTube. So I can't be able to do all of that. But a one-on-one session with you and I can be able to look at your business and tell you, okay, fine, this is where you are missing it. This is where you need to improve. This is where the gap is, and all of those things. With a minimum amount. It's your business. You want to grow. You want to make profit. So it's going to cost you. But guess what? At the end of the day, I'm offering an educative, what you call package to keep you loyal to the brand of AfriOne. Number 5. Because there's 5 points I want to 6 points I want to talk about. Number 5, you must be willing to ask for feedback. And when you get the feedback, act on it. Have feedback. The church in which I'm attending, I don't want to mention church name before you say this guy is promoting his church. But the church in which I'm attending and stuff, I know there is one thing they like saying, and that thing keeps me engaged in the church, to be very honest. I'm a new member in that very particular church. And so by the time they finish all the announcement and stuff, you will hear them say this very particular statement. At XYZ, we like getting feedback. All the time. At XYZ, XYZ is the name of the church. At XYZ, we like getting feedback. So please keep sending your feedback. When you have anything about the business that we're doing, please make sure that you send me the ministry, send us feedback. You experience. Guess what? Because of the feedback that are coming in, the church constantly improves both on the social side of things and also on the spiritual side of things. Because why? Feedback is important. Sometimes the feedback that may come may be, some people can be demonic in their feedbacks, but you have wisdom to know that this feedback, I don't need it. Or probably you make them understand that we are working on the product and services, or your feedback that you are bringing upon the table. So don't worry, we'll consider that in our list. But every feedback you get, do me a favor, please and please respond to the person. It's a simple statement of, we've acknowledged your feedback. We are working tirelessly to see that we serve you better. Because you ask for feedback, they have given you feedback, then respond. Don't just ignore their emails as if the thing doesn't matter. Even though their current posture of the message they sent to you as a feedback, if it doesn't sit well with you, it's okay, but respond to them. You demanded feedback, act on it. You must be able, so which means in doing feedback, you must use survey or quick check-ins to learn what customers love or dislike. That's the thing about feedback. You want to learn what the customers love. What do they dislike? What are the things that keeps them going? Why do they constantly, or why are they not coming to your business? Or how can you improve to make sure that they constantly buy your product every time, every day? Feedback is important. As much as I'm a talk show host and stuff, I do ask for feedback. Sometimes even on the break, the team can tell you, I look at the guests that I'm sitting and I said, I hope I'm not too harsh. And it's quite difficult, especially when I bring friends, probably people who I am intending to build relationship with. And I discover that my brain just go on the Afropolitan. The Afropolitan side is very rough, but the Apostle side is very calm, the positive answer is, it is well. God is with you. But if you want to get the real answer and stuff, do not provoke the Afropolitan side of things. I will answer, and we will dig deep into all the nooks and crannies of the question or the services that you are looking from me. Because why? It's part of my feedback strategy. If I'm too harsh, the guest will tell me, hey, you are too harsh too. I remember a particular guest we brought on the show when we finished the show, and I think on the second break, if I'm not mistaken, and I was asking her, am I too harsh? She's like, yo, you make me remove my shoe. And literally, I was looking at her, I could see that her shoe is no more on her feet. Before this lady told me, let me calm down. But when I asked her, she was like, okay, I hear you. But at the end of the day, I managed to tone down a bit just to make sure that I don't want to scare her in terms of coming back again on the show. And at the end of the show, she enjoyed it. I still ask her message in terms of feedback on improving the quality of the show. And she gave me a feedback. All my guests, I do that. All. I know you will say, but why would they come? I mean, they are on your show, you interview them, that's it. No. At the end of the day, they are customers. I have to treat them the same way I would treat the person who's going to buy a $500 product on AfriOne platform. The same way I would treat the guest who literally pay in and come to my show and say, let's talk about Africans, what's called issues. Feedbacks are important. Number 6, and the final part here, is the fact that you must stay consistent and always evolve. Stay consistent and always evolve. Let me do a quick wrap up on this. Number 1, you must deliver an outstanding experience. Number 2, you must follow up with personalization. The ability for you to personalize your greetings and let the people experience that you know them by name, not just a customer that is filling a financial gap. Yeah, many of you, your business is literally just come and fill this financial gap. You don't care about their well-being. Number 3, you must be able to find a way of developing a loyalty product or a loyalty program. Develop something. Let somebody know that if I'm going to spend $10 in your business, in no time, either in a month or 2 months or in the next 3 purchases I'm going to make, there's a way I'm going to get a $1. You'll be so shocked that somebody can stay literally for them understand that if I buy 3 times, I get $1. The person has already calculated, then if I buy 30 times, I get $10, which will end up what you call balancing all of the 30 times of the product I've bought from you. You'll be so shocked that a 10% out of 100% can make somebody literally stay. In fact, even 10% is even too much. You'll be shocked that just by a 1% of 100% purchase that somebody make as a 1% loyalty program, you'll be shocked that that person will constantly remain in your business. But for as long as you offer quality product, let's not take away that part. Quality product at the experience and the ease of doing business from them, they will stay. Number 4, what you must do is the fact that you must keep educating and engaging your people. Educate them. If you are selling phones, educate them on how to use good phones. See, go and check content on social media. One of the fastest growing content, especially on the Facebook side of things, one of the fastest growing content on social media, on Facebook and YouTube, they're all how-tos. How-tos. You will see these young guys who are coming, how to be able to make people not to hack your phone, how to be able to, and there's these 5 websites, the number 4 will shock you. All those things, I don't know if you see them on social media. All those, guess what? Those guys have a huge retention base because people want to learn. As much, can I be shocked? Can I shock you? They are not selling nothing, but they are doing how-tos. And as they're doing how-tos, Facebook, the algorithm on Facebook and YouTube especially, take those guys serious that knew who is even sitting down like my kind, who is talking for 1 hour, 10 minutes. That how-tos for 15 minutes. Facebook like them. YouTube like them. Somebody will be like, yeah, that's my idea. Let me go. For example, Echo standing at my back there can be doing how to use Mark II or how to use camera this, how to use this, because he likes every 10 seconds, he likes gadget. Man, thinking, it's how-tos. People are my kind, I will literally, if he has a loyalty product or probably a program of paying $1 every month, I'll give him the $1 for me to just come there and be looking how-tos. And I'll just be watching how-tos. I don't have a problem with $1 because I have no time for me to go do that discovery. He has the time. That's his business. So which means I'm saying this in terms of keeping engaging your customers with educational program of the product and services you offer. Please, is very important. Number 5, like I said, ask for feedback. Number 6, which is going to be my final part on this very particular place. And for those of you, before I talk fully on number 6, please, I want to encourage you. You can follow up these very particular conversations that I'm having currently by literally coming on board and says, Darlington, I want to take this further. I want to be able to understand the difference between client acquisitions, the difference between retention and satisfaction. I know to you, you may think that these are nice, fancy English, but hear me, they have a way of making your business grow or your business fall. They have a way. And also on that very particular program, we have how to learn strategy in terms of buying growth. There is a way people will buy from you. It's not all of these ones I mentioned. They are just the icing on the cake. The real cake is this very particular class. And I want to encourage you. You can call the number and say, Darlington, I want to. And hear me, it's going to be a one-on-one session so that I can be able to take time. Hear me, I really want to see an average African business grow. I'm sick and tired of seeing the West coming in. And once you don't understand about the West, they know all of this strategy. They are using it on you or to you, but you don't know. You don't know. They have a way of where they make sure. For example, let's look at telecommunication. They will tell you, I think when I look at this and I laugh, I say, this was smart. But an average business don't know. There's this very particular app I like using to buy airtime. Funny enough, it's a popular app. An average Nigeria uses that very particular. In fact, that's the first banking app I was told of. I don't want to mention the name. They didn't pay me for adverts. But all of you know that app I'm talking about. When you want to buy airtime, you will see the right thing there. If you buy 1,000 naira airtime, they will see that you have a 10 naira kept in your account. So the next time you want to buy another 1,000, you can use that 10 naira. Then instead of buying 1,000, you're not paying 990. When I saw that the other day, I wanted to buy airtime on one of the other banking app. I looked at it, I'm like, there's no 10 naira yet. I went back to the other side. Now, guess what? I could literally buy the thing on that other place and not really feel it, but because of that small 10 naira, sugar, like we say it in South Africa, sugar. I went back to the other place. I'm like, let me buy and keep my 10 naira. I was buying airtime for somebody close to me, literally. I think it was this morning. And all of a sudden, I did not know that the points that I have accumulated thus far were up to 1,000. See? By the time I was buying the airtime, I wanted to buy airtime of 1,000. When I saw that the whole thing was almost 1,000 naira, I ended up buying 3,000 for the person, which I only paid 2,000 naira for a 3,000. Guess what? I quickly called the person. Did you get 3,000 naira airtime? He said, yes. I said, okay. He said, why are you asking? I said, don't worry. Indirectly, I want to be sure that 1,000 was added. Guess what it was? It has just made me know that, dude, stay here in your airtime buying. Don't go anywhere. And that's why that very particular banking app tomorrow is the fastest growing, as far as I'll use the word retail banking is concerned in Nigeria. Finally, on the point number 6, as we begin to open ourselves for the calls to begin to come in, I think I have 15 minutes for us to be able to attend to your calls and also to go on your question. Please, as you're watching me, if you have any question you want to ask regarding client acquisitions, client retention, or probably the class or one-on-one consulting services, you can definitely drop your questions on this very particular channel that you're watching us from, and we'll definitely respond. I will make sure that you get a quick response within the next 24 hours and also to get you into the program as fast as possible. Number 6, stay consistent and also evolved. Stay consistent and evolved. You know, as I'm talking about the whole concept of stay consistent, there's a popular company that you and I know. We've used that phone. It's called Nokia. The reason why Nokia folded was the fact that they played the first one. They didn't play the second one. Nokia was consistency in terms of quality of their phone. Nokia phone, if you take it and stone somebody, you will go back there, carry your phone, couple it, move on, and you are good. So which means their phones that time were very strong compared to what we have now. Let's be honest. I'm still looking. There is no phone as strong as Nokia of those days. But what made Nokia go off the radar? They were not evolving. They choose to stay on what they think works, but not knowing that the people or their customers are looking for something fresh. It was when Nokia was beginning to have what I call perhaps in their brain, likes of what you called Apple and Samsung and all of these other, especially Apple. Apple now decide to come up with different. Guess what? A lot of Nokia people moved to Apple. Before I know what is going on, BlackBerry came out again. Boom, they move. Before I know what's going on, Samsung show up again. Because why? People want to evolve. Let me say this: your client that is buying that very particular cloth that you like showing and you put about 7 buttons here, I bet you sometime ask them a question. They are looking for whether you can literally start putting 2 buttons. All you need to do is test the product or the new idea you are bringing on the table. Your client want to see you, or your customers, they want to literally see that you're actually creating something that they can evolve with you. If every time is the same thing, you think every week we come up with new content, especially on the Friday side of things. Every week on the Wednesday side of things, we come up with new countries to talk about. I think one of the caller called on Wednesday and I was laughing, and the guy was arguing. I think his question was asking me is who colonized Botswana? And I'm thinking, what does colonization has to do with Africa moving forward? As funny as that statement, the question he asked, which I'm grateful he asked the question, what that then said to me as the show host of that is the fact that there are many people that are still stuck with our colonial mindset in them. They are still, because in my mind I'm thinking, so are you planning to do business with Botswana if they are colonized by British, American, or the Chinese or whoever? Because at the end of the day, we are looking forward of having what we call a progressive action that literally makes us let loose of the hold of the West in our mind. But yet his question was literally still tied to the West. Guess what? We have to find a way of answering him. I told him point blank, the person who colonized, the people who colonized Botswana were British. But that was not a progressive conversation as far as I'm concerned. And I asked him why. His answer is just for educative purpose. To be honest, this is me in my mind. I'm like, Google it. Like, Google it. But guess what? Not everybody is evolving. You want people to stay in your business? Evolve with them. If you are selling a book, I think it's high time for you to also now begin to add a pen to the book. If you are selling what you call a marker, I think it's high time for you to now begin to add a drawing paper whereby that marker can be used to draw something. Begin to add something, evolve, grow with, look, okay, what are the new trends that are happening? I remember I was sitting with my team and I was saying to him, I said, we need to begin to, I think there was an AI stuff that pops out where one of my calls was in the office. And I said to him, I said, hey, dude, you need to look into this thing because we can't be here and somebody is doing something. It's part of the evolve strategy. You must learn how to evolve. And evolving is the fact that number one, be consistent in your brand promises and product. Be consistent. Number two, innovate based on customers' trend, complaint, and evolving reference. You must be able to innovate. And that's why for us as AfriOne, I wish I can show you here, but my camera may not be able to pick it. But if you pick it, that's fine. That's why you see on my cloth here, we have what we call Innovate. Literally. Every day for us, we try to look for how do we innovate. That's why the motto for AfriOne is to unite, innovate, and elevate. Every time we look forward in terms of us getting to the points where we innovate, Africa would only move forward if we create an innovative strategy or a system that keeps us ahead all the time. I was glad when I saw the Chief of Defense Staff, who happens to be General Musa, where he created an event literally that just finished, I think about 3 days or 4 days ago here in Abuja, where he brought in over more than 30 African Chief of Defense Staff into Abuja ICC here to discuss the issue of defense and security in Africa. Guess what? That's a good one. I managed to follow the program as to the best of my ability. But for me, when I saw that, I said, okay, now Nigeria is beginning to be the giant indeed that people were talking about. Because the truth of it is the fact that if Nigeria can get it right, everybody can get it right. So kudos to General Musa for doing that very particular work and making sure that over 40, from what I gathered, over 40 generals in Africa were literally in Abuja coming up with innovative way on how to solve the security issues, not just in Nigeria, but in Africa. With that being said, please understand that for you to be able to make something good out of your business, you must be able to develop a system and a strategy on how to keep clients or your customers coming back. The number for you to call us on this very particular show is 081. Yes. You know, sometimes I get confused between O and 0. Radio station says, oh, I have to use the word 0. At the end of the day, English. I wish there's a broken for calling O. I don't know. If there's a broken, then I'll use that. But the number is O or 0, depending on the one you feel like. 08127793453. 08127793453. That's the number that I'm currently seeing on the screen. So please take advantage of that number and you can call. And if you have any question you want to ask as regarding to this very particular show, maybe there is something that you want to talk about, or you have a point you want to raise, I want to encourage you. You can keep sending your message. Melba, it's good to see you. How are you doing, Melba? Long time. Yeah, I'm in Nigeria. As an old friend of mine. I'm in Nigeria, so thank you very much, Melba. So please and please, you can definitely. I have literally less than 10 minutes for me to call it a wrap, and so the number for you to call on the show. Maybe you want to have any questions. You have. Hear me. I'm even looking for questions around what we're talking about, customers retention, not just about 50,000. Because sometimes you can just give this money and you go out. I think for those of you now who are getting the 50,000, next thing we'll begin to do is this. We'll find a way of making sure that I just need to find a way with my team where when we give you that 50,000, we follow you to the market to be sure that you buy. So we'll record you with us going to the market to buy that very particular thing. So I don't come and put us in trouble where you're now paying hospital bills instead of literally growing your own business. So if you have any questions that you want to ask us on these, is 011, no, 0, what am I saying? 081 277 93453. I guess it's just the fact that my brain has finished for the week. For the week, Monday to Friday. What a good way of actually closing this very particular week. Please hear me. It is very important for you to take advantage of the classes that we are offering. You can go to AfriOne.Africa because I see somebody's message asking me currently now to say, okay, fine, where's the website? AfriOne.Africa. You will see our classes there. We have this very particular, it's called the AfriOne Masterclass. The website is AfriOne.Africa. You can go to that very particular website. We have 3 courses at the moment, which all of them are going to be independently. You and I sitting together, looking into your business. And maybe you are currently watching or you're listening to me on any of the platform and you want to do a business in Nigeria. See, let me tell you this. Nigeria has opportunity. Forget the fact of what is happening with the political sect. Leave them alone. Let me say that. Leave them. Let's just make money. Let's make, I was speaking to a friend of mine in South Africa and I said, see, I hear that people are complaining about Nigeria, the whole gap and stuff. I said, but do you know that the richest man in Africa is still in Nigeria? The richest artist in Africa is Nigeria. The richest of everything, literally, they are still Nigerians. So, which means there's a lot of opportunity. And guess what? Don't be carried away by the rhetorics of what you are hearing about Nigeria, the whole issue of headsmen, the insurgency and co. Are they there? Yes. It's the same way an average Nigerian believes that South Africans are xenophobic. They are not. It's just the fact that there are some certain pockets of places where some of these things trends. The same thing also applies to these in Nigeria. Okay, let me just pick this call and let's hear what somebody wants to say. Good afternoon and welcome to Voice of a New Tribe.
Good afternoon, sir.
How are you, ma'am?
My name is Charity Okoro. I'm calling from Kurudu.
Charity calling from Kurudu.
Yes, sir.
All right, talk to me. What are you calling for?
I'm hairdresser. I make in an open space.
You make hair in an open space.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the hair you make in an open space, what do you want to do if you were to be considered for the 50,000?
Maybe I can like buy something maybe to knock more battle.
So let's say you get a 50,000. What will you do? Let's say you get a 50,000. What will you do directly with the money?
I would like to buy. I'll buy zinc and wool to not place here.
The place you're doing business currently, is it approved by government or you're just the one taking advantage of that place?
Huh?
Is it approved
I'm paying for the space.
or you are paying for the space already? So which means it's not an illegal site.
No, it's not. I'm paying for the space.
Okay.
To rent the land that you using to pay the people.
So you just want to now get the 50,000 to buy zinc and zinc the place properly.
Yes, sir.
All right. No, thank you very much for calling, and definitely my team will look into that.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. All right. I wanted to say still here on the AfriOne show, but this one is still here on the AfriOne tribe. You can definitely bring your call, just like Charity. Let us know what you are doing, and if you're to get a 50,000, what will you do with that money. So, like I was saying before the call came in, please and please take advantage of some of the courses we have. On the website, we have what we call How Money Moves. There's a way money move. Number two, we have developing your pricing model. See, I think I was speaking to one of my staff, I think it was this morning or yesterday, and I was saying to her, I said, see, this thing you want to do, there is a way you need to price your product. And one of the things that I have come to discover in pricing is the fact that people do not factor in the difficulty in replacing that product. Now, that is just one side of the pricing model. I have almost about 12 different ways for you to determine your price. But I'm not going to give you the 12. Trust me, it's only that one. The remaining 12 or the remaining 11, you have to go on the website, look for that very particular course. It's called Developing Your Pricing Model. One of it is the fact that you must factor in what is the replacement cost of this very particular product. And I have others that I'm going to be sharing with you, obviously one-on-one. When you go there, you pick that very particular course. And the third one we have on that very particular platform is what we are looking on the face level, which is customers to client acquisition strategy. I encourage you, go to AfriOne.Africa and make sure that you get yourself, pick that very particular, any of the course that fits your market currently. And hear me, when we get that, a link will be sent to you immediately. We are going to schedule a time that fits you and I, and then you're going to be seeing yours there, one-on-one with you. I'm not going to be talking to you. I'm not going to send anybody to do that with you. I would personally sit. And one of the things you will get on the 3 as free add-on is to look at the metrics and the model of your business. And let's try to see a way of how to start to create system that is going to work for you and for me. And so with that being said, please and please take advantage of this. Make sure that you literally come, find any of this very particular stuff, and let's get talking. Let's see a way on how to make this work for you and for me. So any other question in which you have, definitely, you can always call the office line, which is 081 277 93453. Let me repeat it again because I've been told to be slow in my calling numbers. 081 277 93453. That's the number for you to call. And in case if you were wondering, the number is literally right now under the name Afropolitan Apostle. You can call that very particular line. My office people will be able to address, and also maybe you go to the website and maybe there's a bit of a glitch and you don't understand how to navigate that place. Still call. My team will be able to help you to make sure that you get all that you need going well. To every one of you who have been on this very particular class for today, thank you so much for taking out the time to spend with us. Please don't forget to follow, share this very particular broadcast. Go to our YouTube and our Facebook channel, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, X. All of this very particular page is known as the AfriOne Show. Very simple. Go there, subscribe, like, follow. We also have a new platform known as the AfriOne Tribe on TikTok. That is where some of this content that I'm doing currently, they are loaded into that very particular platform on the AfriOne Tribe. So please and please, also on TikTok, please follow AfriOne Tribe. It's the same AfriOne, but just add a tribe to it, and you are good. So I encourage you to do that. For those of you who wants to follow my social media platform, they are all known as the Afropolitan Apostle on all platforms, Afropolitan Apostle. And you're able to follow and also just to keep yourself updated with everything that we're doing. I remain your host, the Afropolitan Apostle, as usual. I'll see you on Wednesday by 7 p.m. and also next week, Friday, by 2 p.m. live on all of the social media platforms. Thank you so much for taking out the time to join me in these few, I use the word few minutes, in us talking about client retention, and also to my wonderful production team, Echo, who is standing behind the camera. Thank you. And also Givet, who is making sure that all the lines are working properly. Thank you to Nadi, who I call the deputy mother. Thank you. And also to the proud sponsor of this very particular show, which is known as Charlotte Prime Homes. I want to say thank you all for making sure that all of this is working, and I'm looking good the way we're doing business. Looking forward for me to be able to do your business in terms of landing. Those of you in South Africa who wants to buy land in Nigeria, please hear me. With as little as 10,000 rand, you can own a plot of land in Nigeria. Yes, there are legal frameworks for you to own a plot in Nigeria. So please take advantage. Currently in Abuja, I personally can help you facilitate that. in making sure that you get all of your relevant documents to make sure that you also own a particular stake of Nigerian land while you are in diaspora or while you are a non-Nigeria living at your country. With that being said, I'll see you on the subsequent edition or a subsequent program. Bye for now. And always remember, Africa, this is our continent. It is better for us to begin to build it in such a way where there is no border, no restriction, no fallback, but always looking forward to unite, innovate, and elevate. Bye for now, and God bless you. Hello, family. Are you looking for you to invest in the property currently now in Abuja, Karishi? This is an opportunity for you to get a 400 square meter of property, which is going for 700,000 naira right here in Karishi. And so for you to be able to enjoy this very particular promo, I want to encourage you for you to use my promo code, which is the Afropolitan Apostle, and you will get a 50,000 naira discount on the first 10 people that will be buying this very particular product. If you are not located in Nigeria, or probably you are outside of Nigeria and you want to be able to participate on this, please, I want to encourage you. I want you to use the number that is currently on the screen for you to call the office and tell them that you want to use the promo code, and they will do everything possible in making sure that you get your land. And so with that being said, what you will get when you buy the property from Ethan Gold Estate is, number one, you will get your deed of assignments, you will get your power of attorney, and currently the land already has what we call the R of O, which is known as right of occupancy. So which means it's 100% secured investment, 500% return on your investment if you are willing to keep your land and making sure that at the end of the time you have good returns in your investment. Remember, if you are doing this investment and you want to buy the land, it's going currently now for 700,000. But if you use my promo code, which is known as the Afropolitan Apostle, you then get 50,000 discount from that. Why must you invest? It's the fact that it's a fast-growing environment. It's literally 15 minutes from the Karishi main town. So which means a lot of development is currently happening in that space. People are fast moving to that very particular area. And from what I gather and visiting that very particular place, literally limited space available. So literally this product is first come, first serve. And I want to say this, at Ethan Gold Estate, we are good at marketing your product, making sure that your investment for product blossom and you get good return in your investment. We also advise you on the terms of investment to do when it comes to property. And maybe for you watching this, you have a land or a house you want to sell. I want to encourage you, why don't you talk to Ethan Gold Estate, and they'll be able to facilitate a good deal with you and to get your product out there. Always remember, Ethan Gold Estate is a proud sponsor of the AfriOne show, Voice of a New Tribe, Nigeria. Thank you, and God bless you.
The AfriOne show, Voice of a New Tribe, where the Afropolitan spirit rises as we come together to rebuild Africa, Nigeria, and its marketplace, empowering its people and the diaspora with everything they need. Together, we form a new tribe, creating opportunity and access to markets, driving reinvestments, fostering collaboration, and working to elevate and one another with proven solutions. A true revival in Africa is possible despite the challenges, though through intentional development that drives innovation, delivers mutual benefits, and inspires a culture of ownership for Africa and Africans. The time is now to unite, innovate, elevate with the Afropolitan Apostle, Darlington Steve, on the AfriOne show, Voice of the New Tribe.